welcome back. Happy Sunday. Still Sunday here. I know it's like Monday where you guys are, but it is indeed Sunday here. I think it's like late afternoon. It's like 6:30. You guys probably seen the background, pitch black outside, but hope you guys are doing good and amazing, man. Six Bazaars. Wow, that's crazy. Six Bazaars. I don't think that's a word. I don't think that's a word, but six bizarre AFL facts we didn't know. I didn't know, and guess what? You didn't know. Shout out to the Sporting News or the Sporting Eye. All credit goes to him. Should be a good one. Should be an absolute great one. As always, if you guys are new to the channel, don't forget to like and sub as well, man. Yeah, that's it. That's the intro. Again, quick, easy, simple. Let's just shut up, chat.
We are at the beginning of a new pre-season and clubs are ready to plan ahead for a big 2024. For the current time, here are 6 facts you didn't know. Some professional sportsmen and those retired take the view that if you never played at the top level, you don't know what you're talking about. Normally, it's in the sense of the media and their commentary on a sport. But if we look at the coaching ranks in the AFL, there is a glaring sign that points towards having experience playing in the AFL. There is one exception. 17 of the 18 senior coaches have played AFL. The one who didn't was just 5 points away from becoming a premiership coach. It's the Brisbane Lions' Chris Fagan.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. But it's true though, because like you see in most sports, like a lot of, you can look at like any sport, like players who became coaches, some of them are like former players. Like for example, in the NBA, Tyronn Lue for the Clippers, he used to play, like stuff like that. I think with that, because it gives the players something to like relate with, like hey, he's been through, he or she's been through, the same trials and tribulations in regard to sport. They can feed back on what they've learned. And also their own expertise as well, depending on.
He is a Hall of Famer in Tasmanian football, so his football pedigree and backbone is still incredibly strong.
That's
he played 263 games in Tasmania's top tiers and kicked 430 goals. He won 2 premierships and 2 best and fairest while playing, all adding up to him being inducted in the Hall of Fame in 2000.
Hey, we gotta watch highlights. Of Chris Fagan. That's crazy. My boy's low-key a beast. And he a Tasmanian footballer. Hey,
2007.
Shout out to my
His
dog,
coaching
Chris
roots
Fagan.
are also deep in Tasmania, as he coached Sandy Bay and the Tassie Mariners between 1993 and 1997. The AFL was the next step, and Melbourne was his first stop, spending 8 years as an assistant before joining the Hawks in 2008, being a critical member of the 2010s dynasty. 2013 saw him step up as general manager of football, being a right-hand man of Alastair Clarkson. And we know the fantastic job he's done at the Lions, building them back up from cellar dwellers to a top 4 and premiership contender.
We just need to win it.
Close to a flag this year, and will look to become the first coach to win a premiership that never played in the AFL.
We just need to win it.
He is a Geelong legend and will end up in the AFL Hall of Fame. It was also recently announced the new stand at GMHBA Stadium will be named the Joel Selwood Stand.
That's pretty cool.
It honours an all-time great that battled harder than anyone for the Cats.
That's pretty cool.
His last season delivered a premiership, as did his first in 2007. All the way back then, Joel Selwood made history, and no one else has matched him. The grand final win and his Rising Star Award make him the only player to do the double feat in the same year.
Whoa.
His first year was great. He averaged 19 disposals and kicked 7 goals. The team was star-studded, and it did place little pressure on Selwood to be a star early, but he learnt quickly and missed just 1 game from round 12, playing every final. He was by far the best rookie in 2007, and along with the Rising Star, he got a 70% vote in the Player Award for the Best Young Player. Harley Reid is the favourite for the Rising Star right now, but the other half of Selwood's achievement might be a bit out of reach.
That's pretty cool. That's really, really cool. That shit's
Turnovers, and more turnovers. Nothing frustrates fans than wide open plays heading towards goal and seeing an ill-advised kick.
Why my bro stop playing? Why did my guy just stop playing? Dude. Oh, come on. Hey, that's Hey, that's such a butt on the bench. Like you ain't in the game no more. My man just gave up.
Or handball,
Mid-play.
ping into opposition hands and head back the other way. It's the coach's nightmare, and the turnover has become a pivotal part of defending and attacking in recent seasons.
Can't stand turnovers.
The player with the most turnovers in a single game will shock you. He is silky smooth, highly intelligent, and might be the best player in the competition right now. At the top of the clanger record is Marcus Bontempelli. His 15 clangers, which is 2 clear of everyone at second place, occurred in round 18, 2021 against the Gold Coast Suns. Champion Data's official definition of a clanger is an error made by a player resulting in a negative result for his side. For example, a kick out in the full or a handball turnover. The Bond still had a huge amount of the ball, gathering 36 disposals and getting 9 clearances, helping lead the Dogs to an 11-point win. It was a bit of a dewy game up in the Gold Coast and would have been a contributing factor to the off night.
The 15
However,
turnovers
the
is
umpires
kind of crazy.
didn't seem to notice, as the Brownlow count on the night had Bontempelli as the best player on the field. His 9 coaches' votes also had him a single vote of receiving the maximum 10. Even when he has a bad night with his boots and hands, Bontempelli can still dominate a game.
Did Bontempelli win the Brownlow this season? I honestly can't think of it off my head who won it this season. I'm trying to think. No, it was Lucky Neal. I think. Wait. Lucky won it. Lucky Neal won it, I think. I think he did, yeah. Yeah. I'm gonna have to double check.
The number 1 pick
after video.
is supposed to set you up with a generational player to help you move back up the ladder. The past few have settled in well and are continuing to grow with their impact. The pick in its entirety has produced some of the most influential players in the competition. Luke Hodge was an all-time great leader. Nick Riewoldt is the best forward of the bunch, while Sam Walsh and Jacob Wiedering were pivotal members of Carlton's 2023 late season surge. Many have won club best and fairest and been All-Australian, but only one has got a Brownlow. It was a massive surprise in 2008 when Adam Cooney upset big favourite Gary Ablett Jr. to take the medal home. He was the first number 1 overall pick in 2003 and is still the only one to claim the award. He pulled a solid 24 votes, 1 ahead of Black and 2 ahead of Ablett, but the star of the night was Matthew Richardson. Cooney won the medal, but Richardson's wild ride through the night might have been the most memorable thing out of the event. Cooney did have a big season, getting in the All-Australian team while averaging 25 disposals and nearly a goal per game. He had the line-breaking pace, which helped the Bulldogs win 15 games, and it made him stand out to the umpires. Out of the number 1 picks right now, Sam Walsh and Jason Horne-Francis would be the leaders to join Cooney as Brownlow medalists.
That's crazy. It's kind of like, going back to the NBA, but like number 1 overall picks win like the MVP. Like how many number 1 picks I win the MVP, and it's kind of you see it in the AFL. Like it was only Cooney. I almost missaid his name.
On November 10th, a state memorial service for Ron Barassi was held. Thousands came to the MCG to honour a legend of the AFL. His career record sets him atop of the most important figures in the game's history. At Melbourne, he was a part of 6 premiership wins between 1955 and 1964, playing as a midfielder. That in itself is a Hall of Fame worthy career, but when you add on the 4 flags he coached, it combines to 10 premiership successes. He played, coached, or did both in 35 VFL AFL seasons. It equates to a premiership win roughly every 4 years. Combined as a player and coach, the 10 grand final wins is number 1, and it's only equal with Norm Smith, who did the opposite. He won 4 as a player and coached Barassi himself in 6 more. Barassi's winning record will be near impossible to match. If someone even gets to 1 grand final, it's a big achievement, let alone winning 10. His legacy is one of a kind in the AFL. He's got 2 hands full of premiership wins, and it's hard to see that ever being eclipsed.
That's true though. It's hard.
The final fact has to do with now 2-time Brownlow medalist Lucky Neal. People were upset he won the award, but one stat shows he performed his best against the
I was right. I was right. I was right. I was right. I was just double checking, but I was right. I was right. All right, my bad.
Strongest sides in the competition.
I know
In
how you
games
won it.
against other top 8 teams, Neil polled the most votes at 15. Almost 50% of his 31 votes came against the AFL's best. He had 3 vote matches against Sydney, Collingwood, St Kilda and the Giants. Although he didn't have the top consistency he has had in previous seasons, when it was time to show up in big matches, Neil did exactly that.
Yes, sir. Always.
Second belonged to Rory Laird with 13 votes. Christian Petrarca had 12. Patrick Cripps polled 11. And surprises in Jason Horne-Francis and Jack Viney rounded out the top 5.
Horne-Francis, it's gonna be a problem, bro. Horne-Francis is gonna be a freaking problem in the league, dude. That poor LA team, bro. Shout out to them. Shout out to them. But my boy Lucky, man. Now I did know early on in the video, I was like, oh man, like who won this shit? Just to find out and to remember, it was my dog Lucky. So hey. But as always, hope you guys did enjoy it. Don't forget to like and sub as well. Take care. Stay amazing as always. See you guys again. Peace.